What is up, guys? Welcome to Truth and Transparency. Sorry for the mix-up there. Rushed over here to make sure that we got this popping for you. So I thought I had pushed it back to 9 because of the mix-up there. I wanted to go ahead and go live as soon as I could for those of you guys that were waiting for it to start at 7. So again, I will get the notifications click in here in a second before I start the video. Wanted to give props to the channel that got it out there first. And so therefore wanted to give props to them and also use their video on how one should do it. But this is Emma Bailey, WSU. There's a student that overdosed and died. Emma Bailey, as well as male 34-year-old Robinson was they were arrested in connection with supplying the drugs, that there was fentanyl. And a little backstory here is that she gets picked up and arrested for the first time ever 1 month before that arrest would come in March. So this is from February 11th, 2023. And she gets picked up because they went through a red light. Then it would be almost a month that would go by, and then she got then arrested for her second time ever. So what we're going to be seeing here is this body cam footage. I'm going to point out a couple different things while watching it. So again, welcome in chat, all the members, subscribers. Thank you, mods, for being here. What is up, Jeremiah? Bumblebee. New Orleans. What's up, Mandy? So what's up, Floydie? All right, let's get this thing started. Again, this is Emma Bailey. She is friends with the people that lived in the 1122 King Road house the year before this past year. So this is in connection with the drugs that were being dealt on campuses. You guys can make your own decisions on what you think it means, what you think it doesn't mean. I don't think for you. You guys, I hope, would think for yourselves. So that's what I encourage everybody to do. I think the most interesting, there's probably 3 different parts of this footage that's very, very interesting to me. And when we come across those, I will be pointing those out. So, but it's about an hour. So,
how much have you had to drink tonight, Emma?
None.
You've had something.
Some?
Yeah, you've had some.
Not enough to drive.
Okay. Hop out for me, would you?
Okay.
So the reason I ask is I can smell odor of alcohol coming from inside the car, okay? So I want to make sure you're okay to drive.
Of course.
So I can't tell if it's you or if it's them that's been drinking, right? I see you're wearing a wristband. Where's the wristband from?
Emporium. From Timber.
Okay.
We're going from Emporium right now.
Okay. Have you had any alcohol tonight?
I have.
Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
1 beer.
How long ago?
At like 9 p.m.
Okay.
At Timber here. And then I was driving them to Emporium, and then we came back to Timber to get their car.
Okay. Would you mind doing some voluntary field sobriety tests to make sure you're safe to drive?
Yes. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1009. Oh, sorry. My balance is off. 1008, 1010, 1011, 2012, 1013, 1014, 1014, 1015, 1015, 1016.
You can stop. Go ahead and put your foot
Sorry,
down.
I don't have good balance.
I get it. I get it. It's a little cold out here too,
My
huh?
apologies.
Okay, so this starts at the beginning of it.
Hello, Deputy Miller Sheriff's Office.
Hello.
Driver's license, vehicle registration. Reason we're chatting is running the red light.
Oh, was it red?
Mine was green when you cleared the intersection.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was yellow when I went, so I'm sorry. It was yellow when I went. I'm sorry if it turned red.
What does yellow usually mean?
Go slow.
Yeah, because it's changing. You gotta come to a stop.
My apologies. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're correct.
Do you have your vehicle registration?
Yes, I do.
Where are we coming from tonight?
Oh, just the over in Emporium
Okay.
in Pullman.
All right. How much have you had to drink tonight, Emma?
None.
You've had something.
Some?
Yeah, you've had some.
Not enough to drive.
Okay. Hop out for me, would you?
Oh, shit. Not enough to drive.
Is your buddy in the back seat okay there? He's just head bobbing over there.
Oh no, he should be fine. Right. Do you want me to turn my car off or?
You can leave it run for them.
Okay.
You got your stuff fell out there, just so you're aware.
Sorry, my head can't fall off.
Okay. Just come stand right here for me. I'm just going to knock those lights down for just a minute. They're super bright.
This is just wild. Okay, so.
All right. So the reason I ask is I can smell odor of alcohol coming from inside the car, okay? So I want to make sure you're okay to drive.
Of course.
So I can't tell if it's you or if it's them that's been drinking, right? I see you're wearing a wristband. Where's the wristband from?
Emporium.
From
Timber.
Timber. Okay.
We're going from Emporium right now.
Okay. Have you had any alcohol tonight?
I have.
Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
1 beer.
How long ago?
At like 9 p.m.
Okay.
At Timber here. And then
Okay.
I was driving them to Emporium, and then we came back to Timber to get their car.
Okay. Would you mind doing some voluntary field sobriety tests
Of
to make
course,
sure you're
yes.
safe to drive?
Yes.
Do you have a jacket by chance?
I have
It's
one
chilly
here,
out here and
yes.
it's going to take a few minutes.
Yes.
You can put your jacket on if you want
Okay,
to.
thank you.
16 out testing. 16 out testing. We're gonna step up here on the sidewalk.
Okay.
That way we're out of the road. Okay. So like I said, these are all voluntary.
Mhm.
Have you had any head trauma in the last 24 hours?
No.
Been in any car wrecks or anything?
No.
Okay. I'm going to have you put both feet together, hands at your side, and I want you to remain in this position while we
Okay.
do this first one, okay? Do you wear contact lenses or glasses?
I do not.
Okay. You see the tip of the pen right there?
Yes.
Can you follow it with your eyes and your eyes only for me?
Yes. Is it okay if I blink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, this is in Washington.
All right. For this last one, we're going to go up. Same thing. Keep your head still just with your eyes. Okay. So for this next one, imagine a straight line out in front of you.
Okay.
Your left foot's on that line right now. I want you to put
Right.
your right foot in front of it, touching heel to toe, just like I am right now.
Okay.
Can you do this for me? Keep your hands at your side, and I want you to remain in that position while I explain and demonstrate the next test, okay? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down that line. You're going to take a series of small steps to turn around, come back the way you are, and take 9 more.
So 9 steps, then turn around.
Yep, and then 9 heel-to-toe steps back. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Go ahead and get back in that position for me. There you go. So you're going to take 9 steps. I took 3. When you get to that 9th step, you're going to take a series of small steps around your lead foot, and you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps back.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9.
Okay.
During this one, I want you to look down at your toes, count each step out loud, keep your arms at your side, and once you begin the test, don't stop until you're completed.
Okay.
Do you understand those instructions?
So go 9 forward, then come 9 back?
Yep. So 9 heel-to-toe steps down, turn as I instructed, and 9 heel-to-toe steps back. Okay. I can demonstrate again if you'd like me to.
No, I think I understand.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep, and that's fine. I have no problems with asking questions.
Okay.
You may begin. All right.
Good.
Yep. Go ahead and turn and face back towards me. So we're going to go back to that first position again, feet together, hands at your side. The next one's a 1-leg stand. Okay. Pick a leg of your choice, raise it approximately 6 inches off the ground. You're going to keep your toe pointed so your foot's flat to the ground. And you're going to look at your toe and count out loud, 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
During this one, I want you to look down at your toe, count as instructed, arms at your side, and keep your legs straight.
Okay.
Do you have any questions on that one?
No, just until you stop.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me just a second here. Which leg are you going to raise up?
My right.
Okay. You may begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1009. Oh, sorry. My balance is off. 1008, 1010, 1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1014, 1015, 1015, 1016.
You can stop. Okay. Go ahead and put your foot
Sorry,
down.
I don't have good balance.
I get it. I get it. It's a little cold out here too,
My apologies.
Huh? Oh, get the pocket undone here. So the last one is called the preliminary breath test. Okay. It's not in lieu of the evidentiary breath test. It's like blowing up a balloon. Deep breath in and blow out.
Okay.
All right. Deep breath in and blow. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. So you got to blow hard, okay? Not super hard, but...
My apologies. So I've never done this before, so...
Right, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So
okay.
You got to have a consistent like pressure out, okay?
Okay.
Deep breath in and blow. There you go. All right. How old are you?
22.
22. Okay. How long ago was your last drink?
About an hour ago.
Okay.
I left from Emporium. I'm supposed to be DDing for my friends here.
Okay. If you had to guess, well, what is the legal limit?
I have no idea.
It's 0.08.
What does that mean?
Because you're over 21.
What does that mean?
And right now you're at a 0.166. Okay. So right now
tell me what that means,
right now you're under arrest for DUI.
Okay.
I'll explain everything to you as we go. Is anybody in the car sober to drive? Okay. The one in the back right seat was head bobbing, barely keeping his head up.
Okay.
All right. So first things first here, I got to read you your rights, okay? So right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney during questioning, and if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you prior to questioning if you so desire. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not make any statements or answer any questions. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Just so you're aware, I am recording as well.
Okay.
Do you have anything in your pockets? Is there any pockets?
No, I have
Okay.
nothing.
All right.
So, what does a DUI look like? Like, I don't understand. Like, I've never had a DUI, so I don't know.
We'll explain all that when we get there. So we're going to go to
Okay.
Pullman Police Department, and that's where we go through the DUI process. Okay. So we're going to go back here to my car. Go ahead and have a seat there. Is this your car?
Yes.
Okay. So if nobody in the car is sober to drive, what do you want us to do?
So
Okay,
everything in the car pretty much is Marilyn's,
Okay.
and then
And Marilyn's in the car?
yeah, she's in
Okay.
the front.
Okay.
So that's her stuff.
Okay. So if no one in
'Cause
that car.
I just drove them home.
Okay. So it's her car.
No, it's my car.
It's your car. Okay.
Yes.
So if nobody can drive, can I safely park your car in the parking lot here?
Of course.
If
And
they
then
can
it
find
gets
a ride.
towed, or
No, I'm not going to tow it. I'm
Okay.
trying to find a safe place to park it off the roadway so it doesn't get towed.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Hang tight for me.
Thank you.
Step Paul 16, one in custody DUI if I can get a case. And I've got one to run attached.
I copy one in custody in 207.
Yes.
All right.
So this guy,
Last
he's
Bailey.
Sober. He says he hasn't had anything to drink.
Boy, Adam, Ida, Lincoln, Edward, Young, first to come up.
Yes.
Edward, Mary, Adam, middle M, Mary. 121900, female Idaho.
207.
You said you were good to drive. Well, yeah.
Do you have a phone in the car that I need to get for you?
No.
You don't have a phone? Not in the car. Okay.
No.
And I have your ID.
Oh, do you have my? Can I grab it for you, or?
No, I have your ID.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I just
you
wanted
have my
to.
ID. You have my ID.
Yep. I just wanted
Sorry,
to grab
this
your,
is like the first time
I
I've
just
ever been
wanted to grab
arrested,
your
so I
wallet.
want to make sure.
I just wanted to grab your phone if you had it in the
I do
car.
not. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Here's the deal. You guys don't want to.
Okay, right there. That's the first thing that's weird.
She has no phone. Is this her phone?
That's what she said.
Oh, she just said she doesn't have a phone with her. Go ahead. Is that your phone?
You have a phone?
Marilyn says that's yours.
Oh. Yes. Sorry, I thought I lost at the club.
Okay. Does that look right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, right there. That's the first thing that's weird. Is she wanted no connection with her phone. So go ahead and put that down on your little handy dandy binder.
We live in Pullman. She lives in Moscow. So
Where do you guys live at in Pullman? 1, 2, 3. I bet you all three could fit in his car, and he would love to give you guys a ride home.
okay, that works fine. So
She's
can
giving-
I ask you a question?
He's pretty cute.
She's given permission to park the car here,
Okay.
so it's off
So
the
can I
roadway.
ask you something?
Sure, you can ask whatever you guys.
She's going to jail.
That's correct.
How much is it going to get her out?
Does she have a prior DUI?
Can you tell me?
I don't know. I haven't
Has
looked.
she ever been arrested for DUI before?
No,
Okay, so
absolutely not.
so it's-
I'm surprised she's getting arrested right now. Just being
she's
honest.
like 2 times the legal
She's
limit.
she's twice the legal limit
Okay.
right now.
So,
Okay.
so it's $500 for bail,
Okay.
but she can be in
Paul 16
Right now.
still out.
not right this second, but
So like tonight.
yeah, at some point she'll be in cold back.
So
Here's
can
what
I
my
get her before she goes to cold bath?
here's my suggestion.
She's licensed and clear.
Till morning. You guys are all right.
Yes.
Because you have no way to get there.
No, yeah.
So wait till morning,
Okay.
like around 9 or 10 in the morning.
Okay.
It's gonna take you guys a while to come down from where
So if we have a sober driver at our home,
Yep.
can we go get her?
Yep.
Okay.
in about 3
It'll be
hours.
3 to 4 hours.
3 to
Okay.
4 hours.
Okay.
But how about we give you guys a ride home? I will
Yeah.
move the car into here.
So my car is actually at Timber.
Okay,
I
well,
just need to grab my purse and stuff
okay.
quick.
Oh,
That's why they were up at
Yeah.
Emporium and came back
We're
down
going
for
back
that.
to our
okay.
car.
Do that. How about do you have your keys?
Yes.
How about run there, get your purse,
Yeah.
take a guy with you, so you're not walking by yourself.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're too drunk. You can't walk.
Well, can I go with her at least?
Dude, you're too drunk. How
He's
about this
the
guy?
boyfriend though.
That guy's way more sober than you.
Argue.
You're hammered, dude.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Okay.
You good if I go?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
okay,
go with
yeah.
Drake real
All
quick.
right.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
We'll hang out here. We'll get your stuff.
Okay, so my partner is going to give them a ride back to their house,
Okay.
and my other partner is going to park your car in the parking lot right here,
Okay.
and then he'll bring me your keys.
Well, what happens in my car?
He's just going to park it here so it doesn't get towed tonight.
Okay. Thank
Okay?
you. So it just stays here until I figure it out? Or?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Let me move the car and give you the keys.
Okay. I thought you were just going to bring him over.
That's fine. You're fine. Just don't fall down and.
Okay, no, can I just follow this now?
Sure. Okay.
Sorry, I've never been arrested before.
You're okay.
I'm
Bring
not
the
really
keys
quite
to the
sure.
Thank you. I get that.
If you're not there, I will put them.
Okay, so she's not lying there. She's never been arrested before, and she's never had a DUI, so she hasn't lied.
By your computer.
Okay, sounds good. I get that.
I don't mean to be a problem.
You're not. You're not. Step to Paul 16 being around Pullman PD with female for the test beginning mileage.
Good.
90512.1.
Good letter.
Step to Paul 16 MDC.
214.
All right, come on out. We're going to go right in those double doors right there. Watch your step on the curb. Come around on your left side.
Sorry.
You're okay.
See the doors at the end there?
Yes.
We're going to go to the door on the right.
Okay.
So this is a little pass-through room. You're going to hang out in there, and I'll come around to the other side. I'll see you in just a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I agree. This guy's awesome. This cop is like seriously a really good human being.
Hello. I'm recording. She's attached. Thank you.
Again, welcome, guys.
Come on. Got the counter. We're going to have a seat right here in this chair. All right. Somebody didn't clean up very nicely.
It's hard. I have an itch in some places I can't get.
The handcuffs are annoying. I get it.
I appreciate you for being so, understanding and, accommodating.
So here's what we have to do. So we're going to go through what's called the DUI packet.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff to read. So I'm going to work on reading that to you as we go through this. Okay. Let me get it opened up here. Okay, first things first, because we're in here now. I know I read you your constitutional rights out there. I have to read them again now that we're inside here, okay? So right now you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in a juvenile court prosecution for a juvenile offense and can also be used against you in an adult court criminal prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are to be tried as an adult. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand these rights?
I have a question.
Okay.
So the juvenile versus the adult attorney, whatever you just said.
Okay.
Can you repeat that again?
So that would be if you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in juvenile court
Okay,
prosecution.
That's what I had a question on, the juvenile part. What did you bring that up for? Or
Well, it's part of the rights. So I read
if I'm a juvenile.
right. So
Okay, I just didn't understand that part. My
Yep.
bad.
I read top to bottom here. One of those
Right.
included is the juvenile portion of it.
Okay, that was my question.
You're not under the age of 18, so that one
Correct.
would not apply to you.
Okay, I was
However,
just
it's
wondering.
part of the form, so I read it.
Okay, thank you.
Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. It says here, I have read or have had read to me the above explanation of my constitutional rights, and I understand these. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Right here it says subject signature. Because you're in handcuffs, I'm going to write handcuffed right there.
Okay.
If you want to go back later and sign it, we can do that, okay?
Okay, thank you. How do I do that? I contact you or?
Well, we can do it at the end of this here.
Okay, perfect. I'm sorry, I'm new
You're
to this.
okay.
So
You're okay.
I'm learning as I
So
go.
part of the reason you're still in handcuffs, and the reason I do that is because in order to do the breath test, there's more things I have to go through, but in order to do the breath test, we have to have a 15-minute observation time. And during that time, you can't touch your mouth, no vomiting or anything like that. And when I tell somebody they can't touch their mouth, they want to touch their mouth. So the way I process anybody that I'm going through a DUI investigation with is I leave them in handcuffs. That way they can't touch their face
Correct.
during this process.
Okay. Makes sense.
There's your car
Always
keys.
get an attorney.
You're dropping your
Always
car keys in the
Thank
window.
get yourself an attorney.
Do you have anything in your mouth right now?
I do not.
Okay. Can you open your mouth for me and I'll look?
Yes.
Tongue up. Perfect. All right. 0221. Okay. So the next part of this is what's called implied consent warnings for breath. So warning, you are under arrest for RCW 4661-502 or RCW 4661-504. Driving, hang on, let me back up here. I skipped a part, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
In reference to the constitutional rights, you acknowledged that you understand your constitutional rights.
Correct.
This next portion here says, I understand my constitutional rights. I have decided not to exercise these rights at this time. Any statements made by me are made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promises of any kind.
Could you say that? I don't quite understand what that means.
Okay?
Could you understand?
Do you want to talk to an attorney right now?
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Could you read it to me again?
Do you want to exercise your rights at this time?
That means, do I want to talk to an attorney?
Correct.
Okay.
So that's what this is. By reading this and signing here, it's saying right now you do not want to exercise your rights and speak with an attorney right now.
What is the difference? I'm sorry, I don't know if you're the
So,
person to ask or not. But I
cannot give you legal advice.
Okay.
I can reread things that are on this form, but I cannot give you legal advice.
What can you tell me what would happen if I did or did not talk to an attorney?
If you want to speak with an attorney, I'll call one and we'll go in that room and you'll talk to an attorney on the phone.
Are they available at this hour?
Yep, 24 hours a day. We always have an on-call attorney.
Could I speak to one?
Yep.
Are they able to give me legal advice?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I just want to learn. So.
Yep. All right. All right, here's the deal. You've been cooperative, so go ahead and stand up and I'll take you out of handcuffs while we go in the other room. Just turn and face that way for me. While you go in here and talk to the attorney, I'll get you out of handcuffs for now.
Okay, so I think this is very interesting that he takes the cuffs off while the attorney's going to get the phone call.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I know they're not comfortable.
I know.
Right on in there.
And I just asked him the questions. I'm asking you.
Whatever you want to ask them, they will be able to help
Okay.
answer those questions.
Okay.
That's not, oh, there it is up top. You can have a seat in that chair right there.
What was the question again? I'm not even sure what I'm asking.
So I will explain to them that you're
I
under
don't
arrest.
understand all the
Yep.
words
I
and
understand you're wanting an
everything.
attorney at law. I'm sorry, I'm unavailable.
I will do my best. They're really good at answering your questions.
Okay, I just didn't understand what the question or I didn't understand what it was.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know what to ask.
They
honestly.
will be able to explain the process legally
Okay.
and what your rights are
Okay.
for you, okay?
I'm not big on government or anything like that.
Steve Mornick.
Hi, Steve. Deputy Miller with the Sheriff's Office. I currently have Emma in custody at Pullman Police Department for DUI. I read the constitutional rights, and when I read, she understands her rights, and when I asked if she wanted to waive them, she had lots of questions for me, so I felt that it was best to put her on the phone with an attorney. So this is Emma, and I'm going to step out of the room. This is Attorney Steve Martnick, okay? When you're done with the phone call, just come knock on the window, okay? All right. Just starting. She's on the phone with the attorney.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
Was that guy in handcuffs behind? I think that guy's in handcuffs. Stay behind. Is that guy arrested?
Need a second drink. Alright, so until she comes out, I'll have you sit in that chair.
God, how many people are getting arrested?
Yep. No, you're good. I'm totally good with it.
As soon as she comes out, that stays all over. Alright, so the first thing I need you to do is to open your mouth. Can you open your mouth? Lift up your tongue. You can have a chair.
Nope, you're good. You're good. I was grabbing her car keys out of there.
Alright, so I have some paperwork to read you. Okay. And the state asks that we not elaborate on this at all. You read it for you if you have questions, but aside from that, I can't try to explain it in my own words. Alright, so the first thing is just the same rights that I read to you earlier. Okay, so you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in a juvenile court prosecution for a juvenile offense and can also be used against you in an adult court criminal prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are to be tried as an adult. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand these rights? Department of Licensing for at least 1 year.
Go ahead and have a seat there. We're going to stay in here. She's processing somebody as well, so. Okay.
I guess I didn't really understand what to ask too much.
Well, he knows the process,
Okay.
so I hope he answered your questions for you. Let's see. 0232. Okay, so even though you've talked to him on the phone, I'm going to go back through and reread your rights before we can continue with the process. The only thing
Okay, so she's not in handcuffs now. Ready? So he didn't come back on and cuff her. Because I remember she's not supposed to be like touching her mouth or her whatever.
And I'm going to ask you, there's one question, and it's, will you take the breath test? And I'll get to that later, okay? So don't answer it now. But right now you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. If you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in a juvenile court prosecution for a juvenile offense and can also be used against you in an adult court criminal prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are to be tried as an adult. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand these rights?
Yes. As far as I know.
Okay. I'm just going to put a new timestamp on here. Whoops. I hit the space bar and made the page go down. Come back. Okay, we're gonna do that mouth check again because you've been in here by yourself. I don't think you probably put anything in your mouth.
Of course not.
Before we do that, we're gonna, okay. Do you want to switch? Okay.
So we're gonna go in here real quick while they get through their part.
Come on out.
Okay. Yes, please.
We're gonna come over here, let him wander in there.
We're just gonna switch you guys out real quick.
You want to sit on the
All right, I'm gonna put you back in those handcuffs again. We'll do the mouth check. We'll continue on, okay? All right, go ahead and have a seat there. Okay. Do you have anything in your mouth? Any foreign objects or anything?
I do not.
Okay. We're gonna look again. Tongue up. Perfect. 0236. Oops. 0236. Okay. So now we're gonna read that implied consent. It's a long portion here. Do you like to follow along with me?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I switch up closer?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'll try.
You do it yourself or you want some help?
I think I can. Okay.
Okay. So it says, implied consent warnings for breath. Warning, you are under arrest for RCW 4661502 or RCW 4661504. Driving or being in actual physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. Further, you are now being asked to submit to a test of your breath, which consists of 2 separate samples of your breath. Oh, I moved my mouse. Taken independently to determine alcohol concentration. 1, you are now advised that you have the right to refuse this breath test, and that if you refuse, A, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be revoked or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 1 year, and B, your refusal to submit to this test may be used in a criminal trial. 2, you are further advised that if you submit to the breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are A, age 21 and over, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence, or B, under age 21, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.02 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661.502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661.504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence. 3, if your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for an ignition interlock driver's license. 4, you have the right to additional tests administered by any qualified person of your choosing. For those not driving a commercial motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, if your driver's license is suspended or revoked, your commercial driver's license, if any, will be disqualified. For those driving a commercial motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, if you either A, refuse this test, or B, submit to this test and the test indicates your alcohol concentration of 0.04 or more, you will be disqualified by the Department of Licensing from driving a commercial motor vehicle.
Can I ask questions?
I cannot explain anything. I can reread this,
Okay.
but that was the phone call with the attorney. Hopefully he should have answered these for you.
What do you mean?
No.
Do you
but
want me to reread
She
any
just
of
said
this?
no.
yes, 2 and 3.
Okay. So 2,
Okay, she just said no. She said no. That's what she just said. He should have answered this, and she says no.
I cannot explain anything. I can reread this,
Okay.
but that was the phone call with the attorney. Hopefully he should have answered these for you.
Okay, no.
Do you
but
want me to reread
No.
any of this?
yes, 2 and 3.
Okay.
No. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Save me a couple minutes here. He said who he was and that he had Emma here who had just been arrested for a DUI. Correct? See, like, these are the things that kind of upset me, because when you go to do all of this stuff with, would you like to talk to him again? Like, you want to get it all the right way. She just told you no. She doesn't understand anything. And either she's playing stupid or, she doesn't know. She's like, hey, can you read me this back? Like, can you, and yes, the officer is not going to give her legal advice. That's not it. She just said, no, he didn't say anything like this. Like, he didn't answer anything. Like, I'm just so curious of what that phone call was for. What's the phone call for? Is this her second arrest? No, this is the first time that she said that she's been arrested.
So 2, you are further advised that if you submit to this breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are A, age 21 or over, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you're in violation of RCW 4661.502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661.504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence. Or B, under age 21, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.02 or more, or you're in violation of RCW 4661.502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661.504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence. 3, if your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for an ignition interlock driver's license.
Okay.
So this statement here says, I have read or have had read to me the above statements. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to write handcuff there again. Like I said, if you want to go back later and sign this, we can. Okay. Will you now submit to a breath test?
Yes.
Do you have any confusion regarding the implied consent warnings? That's the ones we just
I
read.
do, but
Okay. What kind of confusion?
if I give the breath test, if it's not pliable, what will happen?
I can't. So
Because I can't tell you what, because obviously we're in here because of the breath test. But if it's
So,
not accurate, how many days?
The one we did out there was
Of
a
course.
preliminary breath test, and it's not
Okay.
in lieu of the evidentiary breath test. This here is the evidentiary breath test.
Okay.
It means you can't
Does that better explain
be
it?
used against you.
What is the evidentiary?
This is the one that can be used in the court.
Okay.
So you say no.
So if it's not legal still, what will happen then? Is I guess what I'm asking.
What do you mean not legal?
She has no
Like
idea.
if I'm not able to drive, then which is what you're looking for, correct?
I believe you're impaired, which is why
Okay.
you're under arrest.
Yes.
And this helps determine what level of impairment you are.
So based off of the level of impairment, it shows me how long will I spend incarcerated is what I'm saying.
She doesn't understand
It depends on the whole portion of the investigation.
Okay.
I can't answer that question right now.
that test
but
can't
further-
be answer.
That
I
question will
can
be answered.
I can refer
That's my
you
question.
I can refer you back to this, but that's all I can refer you to.
Until
That's an attorney question. Because you've spoken with an attorney, I
Okay.
can't go over
I didn't
anything
see-
more.
okay, I didn't know about the breath test or anything when
Right.
I was asking.
But he should have explained that to you.
Okay.
He knew why
guess-
you were under
okay.
arrest, which is where he should have explained these
Okay,
processes.
well, she's saying
to
he
you,
did
which
not.
I can't give you legal advice. I can tell
Okay,
you
so I
why
need-
I
I need to
arrested you,
call
which
him
I did.
back.
I believe you're impaired.
I need to call him back.
That breath test out there was a preliminary one, not in
Okay.
lieu of the evidentiary. This one here is the evidentiary. So I can give you those explanations.
Okay.
But as far as how long you go to jail, if you go to jail, I don't know. It's the totality of everything.
Do you know if I would go to jail, how long it would be before I would be able to ask these questions again to an attorney or whoever?
Yeah, yes. No, I don't. I can't. Because it depends if you have a previous DUI or not.
I do not.
So,
This is my first ever adult situation.
okay. Yep, we can get that taken care of after all of this. I can better explain that.
What?
Okay.
Dude,
Okay,
this
after
upsets
the-
me.
So your question, your confusion is not about implied consent. It's about the totality of the process.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is bullshit. She may be guilty. I don't give a shit. This girl has no idea what she's doing.
Okay. So remember I mentioned that 15-minute observation period? So we started that at 2:36 and we have to wait 15 minutes. Okay. So with that being said, is your primary language English?
Yes.
Okay. Is this your current address?
Yes.
So I'm going to input some information into here, and then I have to input mine and your information into this machine, and then we will do 2 breath tests. Okay. So what that consists of is the machine, after I put all of our information into the machine, it will 0236, 0230. It does what's called a system check, and it purges and checks itself and makes sure it's ready to go.
Okay.
We'll put a mouthpiece on there, and just like out in the field, we got to have that big, long breath, okay? You'll take a big, deep breath in, wrap your lips around the end of this, and you'll blow through it until I tell you to stop. A big, long breath. It wants about 15 to 20 seconds of air.
Okay.
After the first one, it's going to do a self-check again, and then we'll do a second one.
Okay, so this is my fear, is that if this is how the cops were operating for everything that's going on with the Idaho4 case, you want to be able to get your evidence the right way, be able to use your evidence. And so for anybody out there that's saying that a month later she was driving and was able to hand off drugs that killed somebody, right? well, maybe that all could have all been prevented. I mean, I have no idea because I don't have her case and where it would have been at with this DUI. But what if this got thrown out and then therefore there's nothing there? And, you know, I don't believe this was handled right, regardless of everything else, because we clearly see that she blew over. But I'm more concerned about everything to do with the Idaho4 case, and this is so close, like they're dealing with Washington, and this is in Pullman, and so it's
Same exact thing. As soon as that second one is
Back to
completed,
back?
well, after it self-checks again, and then after that, once we do the second one, I'll take you out of the handcuffs.
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry,
Nope.
I'm learning.
Yep, and I'm trying to explain the process
Okay.
to you,
Okay.
okay? But in the meantime, we have to wait for that process, the 15-minute observation time to ensure that there's been enough time.
Okay.
And because you've spoken with an attorney, I can't ask you any more questions about the situation tonight. But I can make small talk, and that's about it.
Okay.
Bailey. How long you lived in Moscow?
Pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
It's been a long time. I'm ready to get out of here. Small town.
all right. So everybody start listening to the small talk.
How much longer do you have on your waiting period?
4 minutes.
I'll wait till you're done.
Okay.
Could you give me his driver's license, please?
Somebody will be in with you in just a minute. You're okay.
You want to see if Will needs anything?
Yeah.
Is he just talking?
He wants to know when he gets his phone call.
He just, he can get when he goes to jail.
That's what he's
Hey,
asking.
Will, how's it going? Yeah, you got a question?
Are you going to school?
No.
Was that just
Graduated?
No, I just live here.
Okay.
Grew up here.
From it's the DUI arrest from earlier.
Somebody will be in with you in just a minute. You're okay.
You want to see if Will needs anything?
Yeah.
Is he just talking?
He wants to know when he gets his phone call.
He just, he can get when he goes to jail.
That's what he's
Hey,
asking.
Will, how's it going? Yeah, you got a question?
Are you going to school?
No.
Graduated?
No, I just live here.
Okay.
Grew up here.
From it's the DUI arrest from earlier.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. Have you smoked, vomited, or put anything in your mouth since we've been here?
No.
Okay, that's all the information. It's going to go through and do a self-check real quick.
Okay.
Here's the big blow.
Any questions on the breath portion? Okay. For this one, you can stand or sit, whatever works for you. Obviously, I'm going to hang on to it because you're still in handcuffs, okay?
Hi there. Big blow, Sash. Here we come.
All right. Oh, those things don't come off very nicely. There we go. All right, big deep breath in. Wrap your lips around and blow. Keep blowing, a little bit harder. Hang on. It says take a breath.
Okay.
We got to have a little bit more air volume, okay?
We need a big blow.
So that means blow a little bit harder. Go ahead and blow. Keep blowing. Nope.
Oh, sorry. Should I go again?
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
So this machine can tell how hard you're blowing and
Okay.
if you're sucking in at all.
My bad.
Okay. So the big thing is you got to do one solid, consistent breath. And if I say harder, it's got a graph that shows me how hard you're blowing, and you got to be above a line. Okay. So
Okay.
that's why I'm telling you to blow harder.
Okay.
Okay. Big deep breath and blow. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. There you go. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. We're about halfway there. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing.
Good.
So let's take breath. All right. Blow. Can you blow harder for me? There you go.
I'd pass out
Keep
too.
blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. Harder. There we go. All right.
Come on,
inside.
girl, blow.
So that's how hard we have to blow. Is you're right at the very bottom of it, okay?
Okay.
You have to blow again.
So it's going to do its self-check again. So the second one, we got to blow a little bit harder,
Oh,
okay?
hell no.
It's going to do its self-check here. Blow the machine out. Sometimes I wish you guys could see the graph chart so you understand what I'm
Right.
saying,
I tried.
But they always set it up this way. All of them are that way.
Well,
We
I
see
guess it's
them.
not for me to see, so.
Yeah. Hang on to that.
Like, I don't think I.
My intention here, as soon as it prints, we'll swap and I'll go in there and finish explaining and wrapping up so she can come out. No, I'm just letting her know. It's that way you can let her know as soon as it prints. I'll get out of her way for her.
I'd be like, I can't blow like this. Who do you think I am? Can you demonstrate for me? Give me a nice demonstration. What is all this? Oh, annoying. Yes, it is. Dralatina. Yes, it is. Oh my God. Like, is this, I mean, is this customary? I've never seen something like this. Never been even in the situation, but this seems like a lot.
Okay. Second one.
She has to do it again.
All right. Big deep breath and blow. There you go. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. And good.
Why is she blowing?
Hello. Yep, I'm working on it.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Oh, I really just need to print. We'll swap completely.
You want to come on out?
We're going to stand up and go in the other room.
Oh,
As soon as he steps out of here, when we go in there, I'll take your handcuffs off in just a second, okay? He's going to come out and take that chair. And you're going to go in the room there. Get your handcuffs off first. So hang tight right there. Relax your hand for me. There you go.
Wait, she had to do that in front of all those people?
Okay. All right, go ahead and have a seat in the chair. I'm going to grab our paperwork, and I'll be right back in, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. Pay attention. Okay, ready? Pay attention. She grabs a tissue.
All right, go ahead and have a seat in the chair. I'm going to grab our paperwork, and I'll be right back in, okay?
Thank you.
He takes his body cam off and he sets it there. That's what I believe. She takes the tissue. Okay. She takes something. She passes it to her other hand and throws it in the garbage. Okay, again.
All right, go ahead and have a seat in the chair. I'm going to grab our paperwork, and I'll be right back in, okay?
Thank you.
Off first. So hang tight right there. Relax your hand for me. There you go. Okay. All right, go ahead and have a seat in the chair. I'm going to grab our paperwork, and I'll be right back in, okay?
Thank you.
She takes the tissue. I'm still not sure if it was up the butt, but I want to show you guys something.
Oh. Okay. He's going to.
Her pants. Look at her pants.
Oh, I really just need to print. So we'll swap completely.
You want to come on out?
We're going to stand up and go in the other room. As soon as he steps out of here, when we go in there, I'll take your handcuffs off in just a second, okay? He's going to come out and take that chair. And you're going to go in the room there. Get your handcuffs off first. So hang tight right there. Relax your hand for me. There you go.
Okay, she doesn't have pockets in the back of her pants. I want to double check. Ooh. She might have actually one of those slits on the left side there. Hold on.
For me, there we go. Okay. All right, go ahead and have a seat in the chair. I'm going to grab our paperwork and I'll be right back in, okay?
Thank you.
I think she has it on the left side because I don't think she does enough of a job to, I don't know. I think her crack, Lana, it's not about that. I was looking at something else. I think she pulled it out like a tampon. I think the reason that she needed a tissue, period, guys, is because of to wrap it up and be able to throw it away in the garbage can. Because what are you just to have a little sack laying in the garbage can? You know what I mean? So she grabbed that tissue for that reason, in my opinion. But maybe she was grabbing her tampon. Maybe her tampon was, needed to be out. You never know. Don't know if they found it. I don't know anything, but.
Okay, so it printed out your results.
Okay.
So it looks at your breath two different ways. It's called IR and EC. This first one is your first breath sample. This one here is your second breath sample. So your first result was a 0.180, and your second one is a 0.179. Okay, so you're more than double the legal limit. Okay, so one of these copies will be yours.
I just got to have some fun there, Diana. Dirty Diane. We leave my critical thinking skills are always going. She doesn't put anything in her mouth.
So the other portion of this is in that implied consent, if your breath sample is over the 0.08, the Department of Licensing is going to suspend your driver's license, okay? I know your license is through Idaho,
Yes.
but the state of Washington is going to suspend your license.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
I can drive in Washington?
So there's two portions to a DUI. There's what's called the criminal investigation, which is the court process, and then there's a civil side of it.
Okay.
This portion of suspending your driver's license is the civil side of it.
Okay.
And so DOL, this form explains what to do in order to contest the suspension of your driver's license. Because you're out of state, I don't know the process of how that works.
What does contest? You said contest? Contest? What does that mean?
Means argue.
Argue?
Argue.
Argue. Okay.
Like you don't agree your license should be suspended.
Okay.
That's what this form does, is it allows you to contest the suspension. But because you're out of state, I would recommend calling Department of Licensing. I'm going to give you this form so that you can call them, okay? Criminal
Okay, there's another play.
investigation, which is the court process, and then there's a civil side of it.
Okay.
This portion of suspending your driver's license is the civil side of it.
Okay.
And so DOL, this form explains what to do in order to contest the suspension of your driver's license. Because you're out of state, I don't know the process of how that works.
What does contest? You said contest? Contest? What does that mean?
Means argue.
Argue?
Argue.
Argue. Okay.
Like you don't agree your license should be suspended.
Okay, she doesn't know what the word contest means. What's that? Contest. Argue. Are you? Are you? I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh, Emma, because I do. I want to interview you because I just. This is her first time, though, guys, getting arrested. Okay, argue. Like he was saying, argue. But she was wondering what contest, like, what does contest mean? She didn't know what contest was, like to argue something, to contest it, to disagree. So, and you guys, she just only went to high school, and then she's 22. She's nervous. No. But this is who a big known drug dealer is dealing with? Like, what? Like,
Okay.
That's what this form does, is it allows you to contest the suspension. But
Okay.
because you're in out of state, I would recommend calling Department of Licensing. I'm going to give you this form so that you can call them, okay? So there's one piece on the top here that says, notice of right to hearing. That's what this form is. I have been given written notice of my right to hearing, including the steps required to obtain a hearing, and understand that the notice of suspension, revocation, or denial of
I think he's a pretty decent looking cop there. Over interesting uniforms. Is it the sheriff's department that pulled her over? Yeah, it was the sheriff's department.
license will be mailed to the address of record on file with the Department of Licensing.
Does that mean the ticket or?
That means that when Washington suspends your license, if they do, they will mail it to your driver's license address, whatever address is on your license, that's where they're gonna send it.
And that's all
So this statement here says, I've been given this form, including the steps required to obtain a hearing. And I understand that the notice of suspension, revocation, or denial of license will be mailed to the address of record on file with Department of Licensing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm looking for is a signature on this line right here stating that you got a copy of this. You don't have to sign it. It's totally up to you if you want to sign it.
Okay. I'm just saying.
All it's saying is that you got a copy of this.
Okay.
I'm gonna put today's date, 2/12 on there.
Okay.
Just so you can see it as well, okay? All right, so what the next step is you are going to be booked into the jail, which means we gotta take a trip over to Colfax, okay?
Okay, so now this is
You've never been arrested for DUI before?
No, I've never
Okay.
been arrested
So
at
if
all.
this is your first offense, you have the ability to bail out. It'll be $500. And they'll have you sign a promise to appear in court, and they will give you your court date of when you need to be back in court.
Do you know roughly how long I would get out without bail?
Usually it's gonna be Monday afternoon is gonna be court.
Okay. Which would be when I would get out or
without bail.
No, you could bail out and have somebody pick you up this morning within 3 to 4 hours.
but that's the bond versus the
Yep.
bail, correct? So my
Bail
bail is
bond.
5,000.
Bail, bond are the same thing.
Oh, I thought bail was like, I say if I was 500 bond, it would be 5,000 bail?
Nope, it's $500 cash because it's a gross misdemeanor.
Okay.
It's $500 cash
Mhm.
to get out of jail.
Okay.
And that's your money saying, I'm gonna come back to court.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But if I would not do that,
If you
it'd
do
be- I
not-
would go to court on
If you
Monday
do not post bail, you go to court on Monday and
And-
see a judge.
and then they would issue me when I get out.
Yep, and then the judge would determine when you get out and if there's bail or not.
Do you know roughly, like, for my first offense of a DUI or anything?
The judge does what the judge does. I don't have any say or knowledge of that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hang on to these documents. You've been more than cooperative with me and I appreciate that. So you're not gonna go back in handcuffs, okay?
Thank
You
you.
stay cool with me, no handcuffs. You've been cool with me,
I
okay?
appreciate that.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk back over to that door and we're gonna go back out to my car.
Could I ask you, so my car, is it gonna get towed or?
I can't guarantee that it's not, but I moved it off of the roadway.
So it's in the parking lot?
It's in the gravel parking lot by those
So whatever
granaries.
the town does with it?
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
so it's not up to you, it's up to the town?
It's up to Pullman City. Usually they won't tow them. They know, they can see back through the cases that your car is attached to a DUI tonight.
Okay.
Usually they don't tow it the next day. I have your car key right here.
Perfect.
So we'll get that over there as well, okay?
Okay.
And I have your phone in the car.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so this car ride over is very important, okay? So we only have roughly about 15 more minutes, but this car ride over, she's allowed to use her phone. And she makes a phone call. So this is a very important phone call, okay? Here we go.
We're gonna go right back to that pass-through door and I will see you on the other side, okay?
Thank you.
Just keep walking out now.
Thank you.
Of course, fire's ready to walk out the door too. Everybody's got to do it at once, right? Well, if my camera was going to make it to Colfax, I wouldn't care, but there's no way it's making it to Colfax tonight. All right, come on out. We're going to go right back to my car. Go ahead and have a seat there. I'll be right back with you in just a minute, okay?
So is she in cuffs?
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Just so you know, my camera's up here recording still.
Okay.
Do you want your phone to make a phone call?
Can I make a phone call now?
You can.
Okay,
So let's get your seatbelt on first,
perfect.
and then you can make a phone call.
About the
We're
bail
gonna-
or
if
cash?
Yep. If somebody can come bail you out, they can use credit.
Can I make it like 2 phone calls? I have
Yeah,
2 people to call and I
you
don't know if
can-
they're going to answer
You
or not.
can use your phone all the way until we get to Colfax.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's about 15 minutes.
Thank you.
You've been cooperative, so you can use your phone. When we get to the jail, I take your phone back. You have to go through I have to go upstairs and do paperwork, which takes about an hour to 2 to get you through the booking process, and then they'll let you make the phone call then if you need to later
Okay.
on, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate this.
All right.
It's 500, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Step Hall 16 MDC.
Great, okay. Hello? Hi, are you sleeping? Okay, it's important. I need you to listen. I got arrested for a DUI. So my bail is $500 cash. If you could get that out of my
Cash or card. They can bring card
then I
too.
can get bailed out. Got arrested for a DUI. So my bail is $500 cash. If you could get that out of my
Cash or card. They can bring card
then
too.
I can get bailed out.
Okay. I don't know how many 22-year-olds you guys know that have safes at home with cash. Again, some of you guys might say, "Oh, a lot of people do." When I was 22 years old, I didn't have a safe in my house by my bed that had a bunch of cash in it at the age of 22. Okay, so
Women. So I'm in the police car now. I'm getting transported to Colfax.
Yep.
But they gave me my phone to contact anybody until I get to Colfax. So I'm going to jail right now. In jail. No. But if you can get the money out of my yes, to Colfax. And just so if you go to Dad's house and you have your key, and then my
okay. I believe that she's talking to one of her siblings. Okay. I believe that she's talking to one of her siblings. There are friends of mine that have said the way that she said that, like if you go to Dad's house, but this person has a key to Dad's house. So I think it's one of her siblings that she called.
safe number. No, he didn't answer. Called him first. But if you
So the first person that she said she called right before she called this person was her dad.
my safe number is.
Then they blur out the safe number.
Bail me out in Colfax. Do you have the key? Okay. I won't have my phone once I get to Colfax. So it's in Pullman by Timber, which is a club. Yeah. So excuse me.
Yep.
Should I be able to get my phone and my key if I get bailed out?
Yep.
Okay, so I should be able to get my phone and my key once I'm bailed out, and then I'll be able to drive to my car and then have my phone as well. Well, yes, but I'll be able to get to my car or have my key to get there. I'm driving to Colfax right now in the police car. And so you have the key to Dad's house, correct? Okay, do you remember the passcode to my safe? Yes, pound. And then grab cash, whatever you need out of there, and then just come to Colfax. And if you need extra money for yourself because it's an inconvenience, then that's okay.
Just grab whatever you want out of there for yourself. You know, it's in the middle of the night. So
Okay. I'm sorry. I called Dad first, but he didn't answer. I haven't seen him for like 2 days, and he hasn't been answering me for 2 days. So.
okay, so she hasn't seen her dad in 2 days. He hasn't answered her in 2 days. That's truly sad because if I called my parents, I mean, that's, yeah.
Well, you know, Colfax. I'll be there until you come with the bail.
Just for DUI is 500 bail.
Just type in Colfax. So
Perfect, thank you.
so where you would park normally, and then walk in, where it looks like the courtyard is, and then you walk to the right, and then you walk in, and then you just ask for who you like, Emma Bailey, and then you give them the cash sign, and then I should be able to get out. Okay. You remember the passcode again? Yes. Not the, so like hashtag sign. That's what it is. Pound. Hashtag sign. It's in, my safe is next to my bed on the bench. Okay. And if you can't find it, then I'll just give you whatever you want afterwards. You don't even, like, I'll just give you extra money or whatever. Okay. Okay. I love you. Thank you so much.
One of these stays in here.
All right.
That is your property.
So that's going to wrap it up, guys. As far as there's only a couple more minutes, and yeah, but rewind it, play it back. We can have a discussion about it. But initial thoughts, I'll take them in chat here. Like I said, going to be wrapping this up. Want to thank you guys for coming out. TNT right here. Again, this is the girl. Okay, the reason that this is important or could possibly be important is this is the girl that was allegedly with the guy who supplied the drug deal to an ex-president of a fraternity on Moscow, Idaho's campus. He was in Seattle and was at a party, Caden Young, and had taken drugs that were allegedly laced with fentanyl, and her and a guy that's 34, 36 years old, they were arrested in March. So this happened a month in February. This happened a month before, a month before that. So she basically gets popped, 2 times within a month, one of it being for this DUI right here. And then at the end of the month in March, she gets arrested for being the person involved, or one of the 2 people involved with the laced drugs that killed that kid. So she had never been in any trouble, okay, prior to this DUI, and then boom, March that. I mean, that's a huge, 22, no priors, no nothing, and then you get hit with DUI, and then literally a month and a little bit, you get hit with that. But if you guys want to go look it all back up, you can. Oh, thank you there, Dra Latina. Thank you. Yes. And I think there's a lot more to that story. Okay. Because he was treated, released. Okay. And then he died in his sleep, allegedly. Like he was sleeping, and then all of a sudden he started ODing again. So it's very weird story surrounding it. I'm trying to get as much as I can information on it, because I do think it's important for what's been going on at these campuses, especially Moscow, Idaho, WSU. We got kids. I mean, they're just ODing and dying left and right. But died in D's arms. Yeah. Died in D's arms. which again, though, now that you see this, which she would think that the kid died in someone's arms, that she doesn't understand. I just think that 22 years old, she could be playing a part to be like acting that stupid and stuff like that. We'll see. Dre Latina making it rain over here. But at least here's the information. Now you guys go ahead and, run it back, look it over, see what you think, have your own opinions, but this is fact. Here's the body cam of it. This is what happened this night when they were pulled over. So this is Emma, and the things I take away from it was, yeah, could she be playing a role? Could she be acting stupid? Could she be doing this? I take away from it that she did not have any priors. I take away from it that there was something going on in that when she took that tissue. She didn't want her phone. And she was really polite. And she asked questions. Don't know why she would, be asking these questions. She did talk to a lawyer, have no idea what they talked about. But that you want to talk about something that's in the game, okay? I'm going to tell you this right now. If she was in the game, guys, listen. You are told if anything happens, you ask for a lawyer right away. You don't talk, you don't do this, you don't do that. You say, I want a lawyer right now. Okay. So when you're in the game, like, why are you talking to the police like this? Why are you doing all of these things? She may have given whatever to some kid, but it could have been a bunch of different ways that would have happened. But I don't see somebody being so, in the game and doing all of this stuff. Because someone's teaching you and telling you not to. Now, if you go and look at this girl's social media, okay, go look between February 11th. Okay, go look between February 11th of 2023 and to the point of that arrest. So look at all of February and look at all of March. Right? Because now that you know that she was picked up and that she has this arrest under her belt, look at everything. America. Dre Latina. Where is that at? Oh, God. Yeah, that's the name of her social media page. All right. But go and look at, she's talking about being someone's ride or die and that you don't, just go look at her social media page and see what's up. See what's up between the time that she gets popped with this until she gets picked up in March at the end of the month. But take a look at her social media page. That cocaine that was out in the one video that I showed with the diploma, that was from the guy that, I don't know if she dates him, what their relationship is. And I say that that's because I hearsay of looking at something, but that was where that came from, was that guy's social media page, which is her something or other. But just go take a look. And yeah, so, but they are lacing cocaine with fentanyl. This is something that's been going on for a long time. You go ahead and read those different articles. And we can use this video's comment section to talk about that, as well as I'll be live again to actually talk more about this and your thoughts on Emma's involvement in terms of the drugs. And I mean, so, all right, guys, until that time. No, I do not have that yet. That's part of a ongoing investigation. So when she was getting arrested with that's part of an ongoing investigation. The raves are how you wash the drug money. That's according to Annie. But again, you guys are great. On your way out, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, depending on if it was your cup of tea. But make sure you guys take my safe number. And I just know at 22, and me and my roommates, we didn't have, I can't recall us having anybody having safes with a bunch of cash in at 22, but we were in college, that would have been my senior year. She didn't go to college. She went to Moscow high school. She's from that area. She's said it right there. She wants to get up out of that area. So, but you guys rock, and mods, thank you for being here. Members, thank you for your little support. Subscribers, I love when you guys show up and show out. So until next time, my safe is closed.